Hello, dividend executives. Welcome back. The stock market is open, so you already know we are buying stocks and we are adding assets to the portfolio. Well, it's been a good day so far. I cannot complain, but you guys know every single week what the deal is. We are just going to buy stocks like we do every single day, every single week. We're going to stack our passive income. And we're going to go towards our goal, as we've talked about many times on this channel, of building a passive dividend income portfolio that pays me enough to pay my mortgage with a goal of $5,000 a month in pure passive dividend income. And we built this from zero, from the ground up. We started this series 2 years ago at $0 in the account. We've added a minimum of $100 a month $100 a week every single week over the last 2 years. And then a couple deposits here and there. You guys know what, 2-3 weeks ago, I deposited another $2,500 worth of fresh cash. And we're just going to continue grinding. We've hit the 4-figure mark every single month, and we slowly but surely continue to build upon that. But I want to talk about a couple of things today. First, I want to talk about all the dividend payments that are going to be coming out this week. Going to talk about Coney, going to talk about YieldMax and all the DTEs, of course, how they compare to the averages thus far. We're going to buy some shares together. Probably going to spend about $300 or so-ish and go over the portfolio. So buying power right now, $10,411. We have a couple of puts on the table. We have the Connell puts at the 15 strike and then 2 at the 24 strike. But those are a couple of weeks out, so we're not worrying about those as of right now. And then we've had some dividends come in, right? Last Friday, I got about $350 worth of dividends that came in. And let's go over those. So XDTE came in at $39.49. QDT 5705, RDT 3714, YieldMax 6156, and then NVDY at $161.18. Of course, my 4 horses were all reinvested. I took my cash back on NVDY. I had some TSW for the first time come in, and that is a Tuesday payer. That came in yesterday for $5.92. Which is nice to see a little bit of diversity coming in there. That is more of a long play on Tesla for me with a little bit of dividend income as well. And then JEPQ coming in as well. What was that, today, the 5th? Yeah, so JEPQ coming in and not too bad. I'll take that, $15.93. We're up a little bit there. And, of course, we're going to be adding to that position as well. And then BITO, we have recently acquired some more shares here. You can see this is paid on 200 shares, 72 cents a share, $144 worth of dividends coming out there. We were assigned some shares on Friday. We've been buying some shares as of late. It's nice to be back into this. I have been super patient when it comes to BITO. And what I mean by that is we lost some shares. We lost some shares back in November, right? So we lost some shares on this massive run up here back in mid-November, and I just waited and waited and waited. I sold a couple of puts. You guys have probably seen that here. If I go down to the history, let me just see if I can see the history here. Yeah, so we sold, let's just go all the way back, right? So we used to get massive dividends on BITO right here. So we were getting $300 a month or so, selling some calls. Then I ended up getting some shares called away at the 22 strike. We sold a put here, sold, let's see, these are all canceled. So they probably didn't go through with the limit order I put into them. Another put there for $144. We got some dividends, more put expirations, just continued to collect. And then finally, BITO got down to the level where I wanted it to be. And we got to sign some shares, right? So we collected dividends, we sold puts, and then we're finally back in at $20.16. Picked some more up at $20 flat, and then we got assigned at $20.50. So we're back to 200 shares. I'm really excited to be back in BITO. This one has been absolutely wild, but it's down 15% year to date. So I'm stoked about that. We've received, over $1,000 worth of dividends from BITO so far. So I'm excited to see that. And then yeah, so that's the dividends that are coming in. So 356 last Friday, about 165 coming in this week. And then on Friday, we have queued up another couple hundred as well. And we'll go over those as well between CONY, our DTEs, and YieldMax. So nice to see there. First things first, let's buy some stocks. That's what we like to do every single week. We've received some dividends, so it's time to spend a little bit of that money. You guys know I have my reoccurring buys on SCHD and VTI every single day. $5 no matter what. And these are starting to stack. If you look at the numbers on this, my average price paid is $25.87. SCHD's current price right now is $28.10. We started this back on October 24th of 2023. Was our first order place. We've invested $95 in the last month and $820 or 31.7 shares since we turned this on in October of 2023. And if we continue this going into October of 2025, we'll invest about $1,625. So we're just going to keep this on $5 every single day into both of these ones. The reason why is because SHD has some nice dividends on a quarterly basis, but I like the share growth exposure. And then same with VTI. It gives me the entire market, low dividend, but I like the growth play on VTI. We have to have the high dividend yield, and as the account gets bigger, we also have to put in a little bit of growth play there alongside the options income that we make. So that being said, it's time to spend some money. We're coming in here. Tesla has been getting absolutely wrecked. Let me just pull up the chart here. This one is getting absolutely hammered. If you look at it year to date, Tesla is down 30%. So the proxies are down as well. So I want to come in here and I want to buy 5 shares of this. This one pays a dividend like we just saw. That comes in on Tuesday. So we'll pick that up every once in a while. I'm not too worried about it, but I want to get a couple more shares now that we are down on these shares, especially for the ride back up. So we're going to buy 5 more shares there. It's going to put us to 20 shares in total, and it should bring our average cost down significantly. Down to 47.54, still way down on the position, but I want to continue to build this one up as a hedge if Tesla ends up running this year. So that's just me. I love Tesla. I own a Model Y. I have a Model Y Performance, and I love the car. I've owned a Model 3 before that, had that for a couple of years as well. So I just love the products, and I just want to continue to put money into it, especially because I'm a Tesla owner myself. So that's TSW. We're going to buy 5 shares there. So we spent a nice bit of money there. And then JEPQ, you probably could have guessed it. QQQ has been beaten up really bad lately. And so it's an opportune time to buy me some more shares. If we look at QQQ, down 2.85% for the past month, down 4.9% for the year, down 2.3%. So over the past month, we're down 5%, which in QQQ, that's a nice dip. So I want to buy that. We can look at this over the last week, down 3.3%. Over the past month, down 4.62%. The position, 33 shares, $1,800 worth of market value, and we're up about 13% on this position. So I'm coming in here and I'm buying more. So we're going to come in here and we're going to buy, what's 5 shares? Buy 3 shares. Yeah, let's buy 3 shares. So we're going to buy 3 shares of JEPQ. Make just under $400 worth of purchasing today, 164 there. It's going to average our cost up, obviously, but what it's going to do is it's going to build our dividend income. Slowly but surely, we have a goal of getting this sucker up, and we are moving towards it. If we come here to the dividends on JEPQ, we've been along this journey for a long time, right? February 6, 2023, 26 cents. And just look at this slowly build. This is called the dividend snowball, right? We reinvested every single premium and dividend we've ever gotten, and we've continued to add money to this. So $4, $6, $7, $9. Then we get up to $11, $12, $16, $15, and now we're sitting about $14.75, right? The dividends are going to fluctuate up and down, but as long as we just continue to add capital to it and we get the little bit of growth on the side, I'm all for it. So dividends come in, 45 cents last month. This month coming in at 45 cents. So we'll probably get around that 45 cents next month. And yeah, this one's a pretty solid asset. So we're going to continue to add to JEPQ. We're going to continue to add to TSW. And everything else is looking good. TSLY is at 100 shares. We're leaving it. MSTY at 100 shares. CONY at 100 shares. MVDY at 100 shares. Leaving it. DRIP is off on all of those. BITO is at 200 shares. I want to leave it at 200 shares. That's about $4,000. We are leaving it now, and we're just going to continue to take the payments and invest them elsewhere. Same with our DTEs. I'm leaving all those. I'm letting DRIP just take care of those. I might buy some RDT, but so far QDT is the winner on all these when it comes to total return. So we're just going to continue stacking assets. I do want to jump into some information. We talked about it here, and that is first things first. Let's see. Why did this kid scroll down so far? Boom, right here. So I want to talk about Roundhill, right? So we have some payments coming out. I think we had a short week, which is why all these are down. But QDT coming in at 15 cents, down from 25 cents. XDT 14.2 cents, down from 20 cents last week. RDT 14.9 cents, down from 19.3 cents last week. And then YieldMax, for the first time in a long time, is actually having a good payment at 24 cents per share, which is up from the 13.2 cents last week. Usually it hovers around that, 15, 16, 17 cents. Average, I think, is around 19. We'll go over that in a second, but good to see these come out. So I want to jump into the data of all the payments that are coming, right? Here's all the dividends. If you own a couple of these, for me, I'm focusing mostly on CONY, 59 cents. This one hurts. Obviously, crypto has come down. Coinbase has come down significantly. So I'm not too shocked about it, but 59 cents, I think it's over $1. This one is average. So this one's a big blow. It's going to definitely affect our numbers when it comes to our break-even point on CONY. We were getting really close. This is going to slow it down. So 59 cents there, which is not great to see. YieldMax at 24 cents, which is awesome. YMAG at 15 cents, pretty regular. And then now they are getting those QDTY and SDTY figures in there as well. So that's that. Coming up next week, MSTY. Average is $2.89 a payout. We'll see what the payout comes in. Along with Coinbase, MicroStrategy's, or now I guess Strategy, has been absolutely obliterated when it comes to share prices. So I would not be surprised to see that come in really low. Honestly, I think the figures are probably going to come in under $2, but we will see. So that's a YieldMax front. Let's jump into Roundhill and let's take a look at those payments that are coming in. Where are they at? Right there. We already went over those ones. Oh, YBTC. This is the one I wanted to take a look at. So 24.4 cents. I know a lot of people are in YBTC. That is the update there. Let's jump into the spreadsheet and take a look at how things are looking, right? As of right now, we only have the 3 payments that are coming in for about $165. On deck this week with QDT, RDT, XDT, YieldMax, and Coney, we have about $262 that's going to hit the account on Friday. So we're down on that, right? Last Friday was about $350. This week is about $250, mostly because of Coney, and then obviously all the DTs are coming in well under average, and I believe it's because of the short week. I could be wrong there, but I believe it's because of the short week. How are we progressing with our goals? Well, the goal this month is 2,189. I think we're going to fall short, but I mean, maybe we can get close. I'm just going to continue to add more money. But like we've said before, this is a long journey. So as we get to the back half of the year and all these dividends are stacking up and reinvesting, we're going to be able to hit a higher number. As of right now, I'm just trying to slowly build the account. So we're about 12.4% of the way towards our annual goal, 7.5% of the way towards our monthly goal of 2,189. We'll see what we can do. If we keep having these bad payments, it's not going to help us when it comes to the dividends. All the payments this week outside of YieldMax were really, really terrible. So I want to be averaging, I really want to be averaging about just under 400, maybe 350 a week. So it'll be interesting to see. 262 for this Friday, but then obviously we've already collected the 165 that's coming in this week as well. So not a bad week so far. The other payments are coming in, and what I mean by other is not Roundhill and not YieldMax. So I'd love to see that. Hopefully we should be getting the quarterly dividend payers of SCHD and VTI. Those will help out as well. If we come back to December, SCHD paid us out about $45, which should be significantly more now because we have been upping the position. VTI paid out about $8.76, should be up more as well, maybe around the $10 mark because we've been adding that to that position. So comparison month over month, we're not looking bad. 2023, we're at $8.87. 2024, we're at $3.57, and so far in 2025 for March, we're at $165.90, and that'll be well over $400 by Friday. So the money's stacking, and we're slowly seeing it. And here's where all of our money has come from, right? If we look at the money, BITO at the top at $1,626, QDT $1,440, NVDY $1,336, XDT at $1,201, CONY at $1,092, MSTY at 1,042. So that's where we're sitting so far. This is how the graph looks. Obviously, we have our 3-year comparison. Green is this year, blue is last year, and white is in 2023 when we started the portfolio from scratch at 0. You can see the momentum's building, the candles are getting bigger, or the bar chart's getting bigger, and things are looking really good. So that's the update there. I want to give you the update on the weekly dividends as well, just so you can see. I know a lot of us are in these funds where we're at from averages. 4-week average on QDT, 22.7 cents. All-time average is 30 cents. So the last 4 weeks have been really bad for QDT. XDT, similar picture. 20 cents over the last 4 weeks, where the average is at 25.1. So down significantly there. RDT, 20 cents. Average is 30.2 cents. So down there as well. Between QDT, XDT, RDT, and YieldMax, we have about $35,000 worth of capital. And it's just, the picture is what it is. So far right now, these assets have been pulling down, but we're staying in the green on some of them. QDT, total return 8.79%, XDT 7.63%, RDT only 0.68%. The Russell 2000 has really struggled, and we're seeing it in the numbers, right? So we're just barely breaking even there. We don't love to see that. And then YieldMax is actually in the negative. This pullback has been pretty nasty, and we're down about 2.9%. So that's something to keep in mind going forward, and that's why I'm not investing any new capital into these right now. I am only reinvesting the drip, which is lowering my average cost, or lowering my cost basis. And we're just going to let that roll for now and see how the drip is. But we're just going to continue, and we're going to keep on. We're keeping on. Let's look at the month over month. How are your guys' numbers looking? So far, from what I'm seeing, QDTE, we got 91% of the money that we got from the previous month. So we came in under there. When it comes to XDT, 67% of the money this month compared to the dividends we received the previous month. So down there. RDT, similar picture, 66% of the dividends received this month versus the previous month. So down there. And then YieldMax, this is the only one we went above and beyond, and that is because we added a significant amount of capital, right? We went from 376 shares up to 463 shares. So we added a lot of capital there, and we have about 105% of the dividends. So there's there. Let's look at the data real quick, and then I'll wrap this up for you guys. QDT is trading pretty much flat. We had an absolutely terrible week with dividends coming in on Friday at 15 cents, where the average is 30. You can see the trend is pretty straight on QDT, but so far that's our best performing one out of the 4 horses. XDT, we're trending up. We love to see that. Terrible dividend this week, but we're still trending up in the right direction. Average is 25 cents. RDT, not a shocker here. 15 cents paid this week. Average is 30, and we are trending down significantly. The last 3 payments have been under the average, so we don't love to see that. And then YieldMax trending down as well, but we had a nice week this week at the 24 cents, well above the average of 19. You can finally see, you can kind of see the data, right? Down, down, up, flat, down, down, up, flat, up. So we're just kind of bouncing around there. Hopefully we can get this average back up. Hopefully we are looking a bit better. And MSTY is coming next week, which is usually a nice juicy payment. So that's the update for the week. We are slowly but surely grinding. The share count goal is getting better and better and better. You can see the difference here. I mean, we are just increasing the shares more and more and more and more. And we have about $10,000 left worth of stocks to buy to hit our share count goals that we set out for the rest of the year. But we still have, 10 months to do it. So 2 months have already passed. Now we got to really get going. I'm letting drip do its thing. XDT should hit my share count goal in the next 35 weeks. QDT in 28 weeks. RDT in 49 weeks. And YieldMax should hit it in about 9 weeks if all things stay equal. So we're looking good there. That is the update for the week. Hopefully you guys are stacking. Drop a comment below. What are you guys buying? I'm serious. What are we buying right now? Given all these numbers, given what we're seeing in the market, given the pullbacks, given all the tariffs Trump is pushing out, what are we buying right now? Interested to see what everybody else is buying so I can put my money maybe in another place if I'm missing it. So thank you, everybody. As always, don't forget to drop a like and a comment. I appreciate you. As always, happy investing, and we'll catch you next video.